Previously on Critically Stupid.
Flutterfoot led her party into a hole. He laughed as we nearly squeezed to death. Then he left us in the kitchen with two new friends. They made chocolate that could steal our breath. We wore kitchen costumes to deliver some food. We gave it to our cabin captain. He was a jerk but ate the chocolate balls. Then he fell backwards and I thought he was dead. Hey, are we the baddies? Did we just kill this guy? Oh my gosh, think we might be the baddies. I'm gonna cry if his life was lost. Hey, are we the baddies? Did we just kill this guy? Oh my gosh, I think we might be the baddies. I'm gonna cry if his life was lost.
I have a request.
Please.
Someone get me my keys.
When you hear the call to adventure into the fantasy fold, you never know what's around the next corner. Just grab your dice and roll. And if you have a problem to solve, call your best friends and heavenly door.
You've got Garrett with his healthy head. Test and smell what's around the bend. Mel will kill at the drop of a dime. Arnold will find a friend every time. We're not murder hobos, but you'll be killed and looted. We might be the bad guys, or maybe just deluded, because we're critically stupid, critically stupid, critically stupid, critically stupid.
Best friends.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your soon-to-be world-famous Dungeons & Dragons roleplay comedy podcast, Critically Stupid. I am your friendly neighborhood dungeon master and all-around blueberry enthusiast, Alexander James. Ask me all about those fruits, because I like them a lot. My favorite part of last episode was Isaac the Poisoning Chocolatier. I thought the idea of a chocolatier being a poisoner was rad as hell. Anthony came up with that off the cuff, and I liked it a lot. I didn't like his accent because turns out can't do a German accent. Who knew? I'm as surprised as everybody else around this call that I couldn't do that accent. And
Wow.
it is only made better by the fact that I didn't practice it in the slightest before I just decided to run into it. So with that being said, Dianna, why don't you go next?
Am I thinking of someone? Did you live in Germany? Somebody in my life did.
Oh, it was
I
me.
thought
I
it
was born
you.
there.
I feel like you're lying to me right now.
Maybe I am. You'll never know.
I mean, I guess you could have been. Whatever. My name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have the wolf pup Joshua Patrick, Josh Pat J Peasy, named after QB1 for the Buffalo Bills, and we beat Miami's ass tonight. So, by the time this airs, this game will have been forever ago. But yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember last episode. I had to cancel last week because I had the plague. So I do not remember the week before, but I'm sure the whole episode was a banger. Garion, who may or may not have been born in Germany, may go now.
Hello, it's me, Adam Smasher, who may or may not have been in Germany. I play the rogue. I think I fucked that up. It's fine. I also do not remember last episode whatsoever, but I will say that I agree with what Alex said earlier and am also a huge fan of fruits. I love them. Love me the fruits.
Oh boy.
Why do I
Got
feel
a
like I'm
whole
being
bunch
made?
of fruits.
Why do I feel like I'm being made fun of here?
We're just
Fruit
a
of
fruity
the-
group.
What? Never.
Anthony, please.
Hello, I'm Anthony. I play Arnold the Bard. My favorite part of last episode was when Alex just wouldn't stop talking about blueberries, and we were all just like, "Please stop talking about blueberries," and he just wouldn't do it. And it was honestly, my favorite part of last episode was the only part that I really remember that I'm allowed to talk about because it's canon. Is when the guy ate the chocolate and just like fell into an abyss that I'm gonna say wasn't perfectly described by our amazing DM, who is wonderful and lovely at his job. But none of us seem to understand what happened. We thought he fell into a dark abyss of nowhere, and then later found out that maybe he's just a body that's there and we can take his clothes. And it was all very interesting. Clara?
Well, I wasn't here for our last episode, so I'm going to pass it back to Alex, the DM, who really loves Fruit Loops. That's right?
Yep.
Something about Fruit Loops?
What's going on,
Germany?
everybody? My name's Alex. I'm the DM. I love Fruit Loops, and also blueberries. But separate, not in one bowl together.
Coward.
Wow. Hurtful. We have a delightful guest in the studio with us today. It is our first ever repeat guest, which is so exciting. It is the lovely C.E. Wallace. Clara, welcome to the studio. Everybody say hi.
I see you, Wallace.
Hello. How's it going?
It's so good. I'm so glad that you, first of all, decided that you would come back after your last episode with us, where I made you wait a full 60 minutes before you could play the game with us.
After the incident.
Well, it was fun. And
Smashing good time.
to be fair, after that episode, I couldn't not come back because I need to know what's going to happen next after I face planted into a whale and then slid down the side.
Squeegeed the side, yeah.
The whale was healed.
The good news is the whale is fine. The whale is doing
Just see what it is.
fantastic.
Okay.
Completely cured, if I remember
Completely.
correctly.
Yeah,
Completely.
totally.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's actually into acting now.
Probably. Though still not sure what happened to that horse, if he got in trouble with HR or horse resources or whatever, but
The horse actually died, yeah. Unrelated to the whole
shoot.
situation.
He actually had cancer.
Yeah, he was just like,
it's
he was
not dead,
already
it's
on the
not-
timer.
well then HR probably wasn't of much help because they generally aren't in those situations.
Oh, well, they didn't pay for it at all. I mean,
of course
like,
not.
fantasy
Yeah,
health
there's no,
insurance in
like,
Waterdeep is a joke.
Universal horse care is not a thing in Waterdeep.
Universal Horse Care is a very strong contender for an episode title. I'm really excited about that poll in the future. Okay, let's do a cold open together. Dear listener, we are recording this on actually the very first day of the spooktacularest month on the calendar, October. So as such, we are going to be building a spooky laboratory together, or laboratory if you exist in the Dexter's Lab cartoon. So we're going to start with at the reception of this laboratory, there is a bowl of free candy. Except instead of candy, Dianna, what's in it? A little bowl for people to grab just as they're going in.
But it's not candy.
Not candy.
It's Libra
It's-
Arcana dice.
Did I ask you?
I'm sorry.
I mean, that would have been like a solid marketing opportunity, but it's actually it's full of little, it's your fortune. You reach your hand, like, you know, what's in a fortune cookie? You
Mhm.
reach your hand and you get your fortune, and it, I don't know, predicts your future or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a bowl in this laboratory of just loose pieces of rolled up parchment with a delicate spider webbed hand across the front telling you your fortune. I love that. In this laboratory, across one back wall, there is a series of floor to ceiling tanks filled with liquid. And Clara, please tell me what's floating in these tanks.
They are probably just because I've been watching a whole lot of Ahsoka. Very tiny little whale squids. They look like a whale partially, and then they have the little tentacles coming out behind, and they're just kind of whooping around in the background.
And they're all in fantastic health.
They're all
Fantastic.
doing great.
Weirdly,
mean,
weirdly
best.
healthy whale squids. Is that what I'm getting, Clara? Is that what you're describing right
Yeah,
now?
Weirdly
yeah,
healthy
yeah,
whale
yeah,
squids.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Perfect.
someone just did this amazing healing spell on all of them, and they were all cured of any
It is
ailment.
a
they'd
cure
had.
minor wounds. It says it in the spell.
Well, no, because
Please
the whale was
explain
under
to me.
18.
Please.
Perfect point.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yep.
Anthony, please tell me about the laboratory assistant. Because every good laboratory needs one.
Of course. The laboratory assistant is actually undead, and he's constantly also the subject of a lot of experiments that go on there. So
cool.
he's not only undead, but he's also like a werewolf. He's part mermaid. He's part because you like the person in charge of the laboratory was trying to create a werewolf of his own volition, and realized that he was killing all the subjects, so he had to make an undead subject in order to
just sort of like keep coming back and sort of like
keep coming back.
Okay.
So he just has like random body parts stuck on all over the place.
Of course. I mean, he has. I like to imagine he has like a spider. It's just like one spider arm though. It doesn't have 8 spiders. He's not a spider body. He just has like one spider.
Kind of like Godric the Grafted.
This feels unethical.
I'm not saying it's
Oh
great.
yeah.
It's super
Definitely
off
not.
the books.
Also
Super off the
not
books.
paid, but he's very enthusiastic about his position.
Okay. Attitude is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fact.
So-
And then, of course, we come to my main man, Garion, who, for some reason, I've reserved the best question for. And that Garion is, who is running this laboratory?
I'm so glad you asked. It is actually Dr. Eggman. Perfectly round body, large bushy mustache, trying to catch Sonic the Hedgehog.
Let's say robotic.
And that's his
other
name.
Yeah.
His
He
Right,
used
right,
to
right,
be
right.
Dr. Robot.
Exactly. And in such, he is trying to create these horrid creatures in order to capture that damn hedgehog.
Okay. All right. So we
We
have...
can't get sued for that, can we?
We for sure can, but it's fine.
It's just a fantasy.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Sorry, Fantasy Sonic.
There you go. There you go.
No,
his
his
name
Eggman's
is
real, though.
Eggman. Maybe it's Eggman.
It's
He
Eggman.
looks.
No, it's real Dr. Eggman. That one I'll take the hit on, but Fantasy Sonic.
It's Egg Guy chasing after Fantasy
Guy.
Hedgehog Sunic, who is,
Egg
I
Guy.
believe,
Yes. Dr. Egg Guy.
Dr. Egg Guy and his hedgehog nemesis Sunic. Okay. So we have a very spooky laboratory. Thank you guys so much for that. That's going to be great later. But right now, we're not in the laboratory. Right now, we're going to the deep, dark cellars and prisons of the Xanathar Guild. You are in a very deep, sort of vertical shaft with stairs and cells running around the outside of it. You have finished last episode on a platform some ways down after just having fed Captain Catman his poisoned chocolate bonbon, and he has careened into the darkness behind him underneath this platform. And from one of the cells, you hear a crackling sound, almost like loud static, and you smell sulfur. And walking out of the shadows, you see a familiar form, familiar face. Vesta, please, if you could remind these players who they see walking out of the shadows. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you very much. So Vesta is your standard run-of-the-mill fire genasi, which means that she is a fire being. Her hair is coppery gold and red and changes kind of with her emotions. She's a little bit emotional, just a tad, just like a little bit emotional. So anytime she gets like frustrated or angry or surprised, her hair stands straight up like one of those treasure trolls and just like flames crackling like straight up like Hades and Hercules.
Badass.
Yeah. So
Fuck yeah.
basically she's just, I'm cool, I'm fine, I'm cool. So she she comes out. She's wearing a flowing cape that smells a little bit like brimstone. She has her wizard staff in her hand because she's a wizard as well. So, and her lasso on her hip. It's a lightning lure, kind of a Wonder Woman-esque whip type of a thing. And she's just striding out in her boots, her strappy boots, and comes up to you guys and is just like, "I've seen you before."
Nah.
Oh, I remember you.
Nope.
How's your throat?
What an
wow,
absolutely
that's
wild thing to say. To
weird,
somebody as a creature.
weird, strange phrasing on that one. Like I know.
Well, the last time that I saw him,
No,
my
I
hands
got it.
were around his throat. So I was just wondering, how's your throat?
Great.
You guys seen each other since the last time, or is she talking about something that we don't know about?
This is like a personal matter.
Is this a personal thing you guys got together?
Yeah, it was a separate occasion.
Every time. So were you locked in here?
It is called Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sorry, I just have to say that. Anyway.
So Arnold asks your character, like, so were you locked in here? Are you a prisoner here?
I am not. But tell me first, what are you doing here?
I mean, you
Oh,
just
like a
answered my
sex
question, so now
dungeon.
it's second. So-
Nice, Alex. You
Shit.
got it.
Sorry, I'm so
Got
sorry
it.
to
No.
interrupt, Arnold. That's on me. Please, I'm so sorry.
But so like a sex dungeon. So
You hear the voice of God from above. Oh, a sex.
Oh my
dungeon.
God.
oh, thank you, God.
Well, because Clara was like, it's called Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, yeah, dude, that's what we're playing. And then like there was like a downloading sound in my brain. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
tried, like,
11 entire, like 10 Mississippis after that.
Oh God. She does have a whip. Just saying. Anyway, so what are you doing here?
We are here to gluten-free a lady by the name of Jessica Apostrophe, if you happen to know her location.
This is very interesting. I am also on this mission. Who sent you?
Who
Yeah,
sent
no.
you?
No. I want Garion to answer who sent them. I just want to see if he can remember.
Well, aside from whether he
Quite
can
frankly,
remember,
none of your
like,
business.
An answer that I would expect from a rogue.
Wow, generalization, uncool.
So
Well,
okay.
I'll have you know, you buffoons, that I was sent by Lady Mermalia Haventree to help you, seeing as you have made no progress towards your goal. But I am more than happy to help you, as
I'm very
long.
confused.
Ugh.
So you knew why we were sent here, yet you just asked us why we were here.
And also, we've made the exact same amount of progress.
right? We're both here,
We're both
so
in this room. In fact, did you just knock out the cat man with the chocolates? Nope.
In
What,
fact,
man?
I'm pretty sure you just followed us here.
Yeah.
Nonsense, I was here long before you. I can hear you stumbling around in this dungeon from up there.
if you were here before us, why didn't you just rescue her? Why
It is
why
all
would we
about
be sent
the
at all?
opportune moment.
All right,
Okay,
well, let's go get her then.
I'm glad we're all together. Do you know where she is at this point? Because the last time we saw her, wasn't she with a monster somewhere?
Yes, the last time you
I-
saw Jessica Apostrophe, she was upstairs in the audience
Yeah.
chamber when you saw
But-
the transformation of the beholder.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, his dad that you accidentally told us was.
The
Hey,
beholder.
Bessie, why don't you shut your mouth? Excuse me.
So we saw her. She was being held by a person who became a giant eyeball monster.
Aha, a beholder. They're very dangerous.
Yes, it did have her. He did have her. Yes, he beheld her for sure.
He And did he behold her in the same location, or did he take
Yeah,
her
we
somewhere
saw her
else?
in the same place for sure. We were all in that one location, and but that's the last place we saw her. Do you happen to know anything about that creature or where it might take her?
Well, we are in the dungeons. So,
Oh, so-
my guess is that she is here somewhere, so we should continue looking.
Great
You
idea.
hear you hear a voice pipe up from one of the cells just above you along this stairway and say, hey, can you just keep it down a little bit, please? You're awful loud.
Who goes
Is that-
there, friend?
You see a pair of arms exit the grate of one of these cells and rest on the bars, covered in really cheap, shitty tattoos. As this voice says, my name's Ed. You just can call me Eddie, though.
I'm sorry, it took you how long to look up Ed?
Well, see, I cut that part out, Bestie. So, like, for the reader, it's going to be like immediate, and then you just
Reader.
ruined the sort of the
Yeah.
You're often a reader.
You know what? Everybody, get off the call. We're going to start over.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another
Welcome
episode.
back.
Welcome to Soon to Be World
I'll do
Famous.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Ed or Eddie for long.
All right. Gareth, you walk up the stairs. Roll me a perception check, please.
Will do. Diana, I'm glad you like that one. 10 plus 3 is 13.
You see a very old, balding dude standing in a cell. He is shirtless. He is wearing a white tattered tutu and ballet slippers, and is covered from fingertip to shoulder blade in cheap, like, stick and poke tattoos.
Fuck yeah.
I love
says-
this guy.
What's going on, buddy? Ed or Eddie
Best
for long.
friends.
Hey man, name's Gareth. Like you fit.
Thanks, bro.
We're looking for an inmate, Jessica Apostrophe. You seen her?
Yeah, I got a little information on your Black Viper down there. She's a pretty cool cat. But you know, information ain't cheap.
Uh-huh.
So what I got going on back here? What's up? My name's Eddie for long. What
You
I
can't
got
steal
going
my
on,
joke twice. Sorry, I'll let you have it once, but you can't just steal my joke 2 times.
bitch. So what I got going on back here is, he points to the back of his cell where there is like something that is like tall and misshapen in one of the dark corners of his cell. And
Spooky.
he says, I got a little project going on back there that needs like a little donation. That if you could sort of see your way, just one of yous. I know there's like 2 or 3 of yous down there. I didn't see you go down because I was taking a little nap, a little snoozerino. But now I'm awake, so I heard you. So I just need just one of your front teeth.
You know, front tooth, I got one for you. There's a guy down there, and I don't think he's using his teeth anymore.
Dude, I fully expected Arnold to be like, all right.
I thought. Yeah. Are you talking about the cat man? Yeah, I'll take.
Yeah,
I'll
Cat-
take. Actually, did you successfully kill him?
Probably not, but
Can I check?
We didn't bother checking.
Yeah. Arnold, roll up a perception check as you stand at the edge of this platform and sort of like peer down into the darkness.
Got it. And I got 12. Not
12.
great.
The circle of stairs winds down further from this platform. You get the sense that perhaps this is like a halfway spot in this like vertical prison shaft. But you do hear a very faint voice echo up from the bottom that says, I'm not dead yet.
Not there yet.
Dead yet. This is
Oh, dead
this
yet?
is yeah. No, this is great. He said he's not dead yet.
Please don't take my teeth. I
We just
But-
need one.
I need them
Just
to
one.
eat corn on the cob.
What is a
Okay.
prison shaft?
It's a vertical prison shaft.
Can
It's
I-
not.
Can
it's
I
a
look?
sex
Can I look in
maneuver.
the neighboring cells just to see if there happens to be like a dead body or like a skull or something around here? Just so before I rip my face out.
I mean, yeah, it's a dungeon. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
There are a handful of cells along this staircase with other denizens in them that sort of like give you a dark and scrupulous eye as you sort of like peer into them. But you are not seeing any like dead bodies or bits of bone. Actually, these prisons look like they're in pretty good shape. They're well swept. There's none of that like body odor or gently rotting carcass smell that you get from your average prison, I imagine.
Okay.
There's a
would know.
free library.
And
Wow.
oh wow,
What?
damn! But it's just out of reach of the prisoners, so it's like
yeah. They can
everyone's
get
worst
within, like,
nightmare.
6 inches of the books, and they just have to keep like straining.
That would suck. That'd be terrible. So I have some fire. Maybe we can eliminate the situation and see what it is exactly that he is hiding in the back of his cell before we give him a random body part.
Okay.
Okay.
Vesta.
Vesta? Yes.
You step up, and I just see like a curl of flame sort of like appear in your palm as you hold it forward. And you notice
What are you hiding in there?
You notice a couple of details about Ed's cell. Number one, there's no bed at all. There is a moth paper-esque cocoon hanging from one corner of his cell, and in the other corner is a huge, shoulders scraping the ceiling, hunched forward statue made entirely of teeth.
Strange.
Oh
Where-
boy.
And Ed backs away
Where
from the
did-
light a little bit, cringing, and says, like, okay, all right. This is going to sound crazy. So this is sort of the record scratch moment where, like I say, so, hey, my name's Ed, and I'm the Tooth Fairy. And how I got down here is super weird. But I kind of like it low key, and I'm working on my Molem back there, and all I'm missing is one sort of front tooth for the front of the Molem. Is a really, really important tooth that I need to get in there, and then I can cast my spells, and I can bust out of here to do my sort of fairy teeth and job.
Well, typically your teeth go for a quarter a pop, but you seem to be kind of in a pinch. How much you buying for?
Now we got ourselves a little businessman here. Now we got ourselves a little arrangement. You want to sit down at the negotiating table, bud? And Ed snaps his fingers, and a table appears bisected by the jail door. And there are 4 chairs on one side and 1 chair on his side. And he scrapes it backwards and sits in it and places his hands interlocked on the table in front of him.
Gareth sits in his chair backwards like a cool substitute teacher.
Whoa. Okay. The vibe is immediately different. Okay. I think make an intimidation check, Gareth. You know what? With advantage.
Hell yeah. All right. First roll is an 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay.
Second roll is a 16 plus 2 is 18.
Okay. Whoa. Hey, buddy. I didn't realize I was dealing with the superintendent here. So which one of you am I getting this tooth from? I want to know what I'm negotiating for.
Well, that depends on the kind of quality tooth you're looking for. Does it have to be any tooth, front tooth specifically? What are your needs?
It's got to be the front, and he touches his front right tooth, the front right one, and it's got to be in mint condition. I can't have it no chips, crannies, or nooks.
All right.
Couldn't you use your own tooth?
You know what the ultimate irony is? As the Tooth Fairy, these guys ain't coming out. Rock hard, solid roots in there. They go all the way up to my brain.
I think Gareth will like motion for Arnold so he could like whisper something to him. Like he's like the Godfather.
So okay. Instead of using any spells, I just go up and I say, "Yes, what's going on?" Help me. Like,
Yeah, so Gareth
I
will
completely buy
like,
into this.
Gareth will just whisper like, if can you use minor healing to regrow a tooth?
I was already gonna ask that for sure, 100%. I'm guessing
Okay.
no, but we'll see.
Well, can you ask the other one? Can we find out?
Yeah. So I look up and I'm just like, like it's a sex dungeon. So like hoping, because last time I heard God, that's what he was whispering, because that's what he cares about.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
there's
Summon him.
a ceiling tile removes itself from this dungeon ceiling, and a bespeckled dweeb wearing a waistcoat and tie leans his head in and says, "Yeah, what's up?"
what's up? Hey, can I use healing word and grow a tooth back?
Um,
Oh God, it's a dweeb.
I think so. I mean, well, hey, listen, fuck around and find out, right? Let's do it together.
Okay. Fair enough. I have a couple. Okay. I'm not sure. So I look at Gareth. I'm like, I'm not sure, but let's try one more thing before we do that. So I just kind of look around at like the various cages, or the prison cells that we see, and I just want to say as loud as I can without screaming, just be like, anyone out there do you have a tooth that you're not using that we could possibly have or bargain for? Like I have this ball of chocolate if anyone's hungry.
You hear a soft voice echo from the darkness below you. Don't eat that.
I'm gonna knock this guy out.
It's a bad time.
Mel, shoot that guy.
I'm being honest, not to be a murder hobo, but does anything preclude us from taking his tooth anyway?
Yeah, what's stopping it? Well, I mean, he's all the way down there, though.
But there's stairs.
There are stairs.
So-
Well, while we're considering ripping this guy's tooth out of his face, so I just want to look at the tooth fairy and say, okay, what did you call it, a molem? Is it going to come to life when it has this final tooth?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we sure we want to give this guy a tooth?
Yeah. So is it going to come to? Is it going to?
Yeah, so
what's its purpose?
the sort of question about like the weight of a soul is a really interesting tactic to bring to the negotiating table.
Should we get God back for this conversation about the weight of the soul?
Yeah, please don't. That really freaked my shit out. Just sort of the way you talk to the ceiling and then an interdimensional being sort of dweeb stuck his head in. I did not care for that at all. But as far as like, is Frankie going to be alive? To an extent, yes. But also to an extent, no. Because he's going to be sort of within my power and control as a Molem. So like,
And what exactly are you going to do with him once you get out of here?
well, I'm going to ride him.
Major pause.
Yeah.
Hold on. You're gonna what?
Yeah, so that's I can understand why you'd have questions. So there's a saddle back there, and so I sort of strap it to his back, and then sort of like, do you ever read that book, Aragon?
No. Actually, in real life, yes, it's a banger. But
So sort of Aragon Dragon Rider style is how I'm gonna ride Frankie the Molem.
Gonna ride him. So like a sex dungeon indeed. So I don't understand. Why are you riding him? Where are you going to? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Why are you building a Molem to ride out of here?
Is he going to be like your Santa's sleigh? Are you going to ride him from house to house collecting keys?
This is a great question. So you're talking about my colleague Santa Claus, who I did hear canonically was murdered.
I haven't heard of that. I hadn't heard.
yeah, that's news to us.
Is it really?
Wait,
it was
he was
What?
real?
Santa's dead?
Santa was
My
real,
God.
and now he's murdered.
It was a horrible thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a double whammy.
This
Holy
band of idiots broke into his warehouse, killed like 14 people, including Santa.
Mel just looks a little proud.
Yeah, I heard he was kind of a bitch though.
Anyway, yeah. So long story short, I'm way behind on my routes. Because I've been sort of in here, sort of cooking up Frankie, the Molem. So I've been telling everybody that I'm on a sabbatical, but fun fact, if the Tooth Fairy doesn't hit his routes, kids' teeth don't fall out. So there's sort of an epidemic of younglings in Waterdeep running around with like 64 teeth kind of stuffed into them gums.
Like
which
sharks.
I do have to do something about sort of post-haste.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes, you can.
All right.
What is your goal?
My goal is to find out whether he's actually telling the truth.
Okay.
So I have a 13 plus 4, 17.
Ooh,
Are the-
good.
Are
Good
there
insight.
not dentists in Waterdeep? Okay, they don't fall out, but they can be pulled out.
Do you think they do the classic like door trick all the way back here, like in this
Dude,
time?
I
Tied
did the
to a
door trick one
doorknob?
time when I was a kid, and it was the worst time I've ever had.
Dude, my dad that did the craziest shit ever that I thought was magic. He would always like grab my tooth and he'd be like, "I'm gonna pull it on 3. You ready?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." He'd be like, 1, 2, but he'd like pull it on 1,
But on,
and then be
yeah.
like 3, and I'd be like, and he'd be like, "I already did it."
I pulled out another kid's tooth once
You did?
because they were too much of a wimp, so I did it for him.
So you just reached into their mouth and ripped it out?
That's really funny.
Holy
It's so
shit.
crazy to me the fact that we used to just like lose teeth. Like you just be in school, be like,
know.
all
Look,
right.
I'm a teacher now, school principal. The amount of teeth that I see on the daily is alarming.
So strange.
Wild.
alarming.
Wild. Anyway, Vesta,
Don't like that.
No.
you catch like a widening of a grin as Ed gestures to Frankie. He's clearly very proud of this Molem. You do not glimpse the standard looking away or shifting of his hands that you generally see from a liar. All you're getting is proud as he sort of like folds his hand on his negotiating table, which again is bisected by the door of this jail. He has summoned a table on either side of this jail door for you all to sit at. And he says, please.
Now you seem to be magically capable of some sort. How are you trapped in here in the first place? If you materialize this table, can't you snap yourself out of here? Get yourself a tooth?
The walls of this here prison, I mean, you might want to ask your boy down there, but they're sort of magically inclined. I can affect a small area inside and outside, but myself as a being is sort of contained within this door. Now, once I get Frankie up and running, I'm very convinced that he can rip this door off his hinges, and I can sort of go to Pound Town on everybody here in this guild.
Are you
And-
going to Pound Town?
No,
I'm sorry. In the sex dungeon, we're going to Pound Town.
Yeah,
know
no,
what?
I hear how
gonna
that, I hear how that
Monster.
sounded now that I said it out loud. Let me rephrase.
I'm gonna go doggy style on all you fools.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna raw dog every one of these bad guys in this dungeon.
I'm gonna bend these dudes over.
So what are you gonna do with
Sounds
this
like you're
collection
gonna
of bones?
prison shaft them.
Listen,
Anyway,
I understand that you are busy individuals. You got stuff going on. I'm a busy individual. I got stuff going on. Just one of your teeths, and he snaps his fingers again, and in his hand materializes the rustiest, clumsiest pair of hardware pliers you have ever seen in your life. And he looks at Mel, and he says, "You got a night. You got good ones in there. I bet. Do you want to just real quick,
absolutely not.
please?"
No, no means no. None of us here will be pulling out a tooth for
Arnold's
you.
already taking the thing. And he's just like trying to figure out. He's like, how would it work though? Like, would it hurt? How bad does this hurt?
Arnold, you're gonna get tetanus. Put it down.
Fine.
Listen, I don't even think we don't need to deal with it. For all the time we've spent talking to him about finding a tooth, we could have found Jessica Apostrophe on our own.
Yeah, that's true. We'll be back.
Like
You-
we'll be
you hang
fine,
tight.
buddy. Like
Good
listen,
luck
Tooth Fairy,
good luck
you
finding the Doc's
need us.
laboratory
We
all on
don't
your own,
need
okay?
you. I mean,
There's a duck.
unless he has information about anyone in particular, anyone who is causing some sort of trouble or betraying anyone.
The Tooth Fairy just told us that there's a laboratory somewhere, and that's where she is. I like. Is there a tooth necessary now? Now that he said that thing that he said,
Yeah, let's go to the laboratory. Thanks.
let's go to the
tooth guy.
laboratory.
right.
Well,
Doodle.
You
It's
don't know
true,
where-
but I
you
think
don't
that
know
we
where
can
it
get some
is.
information from him first.
You could barter
So-
for information, and I'm willing to sell my information for one human tooth.
Listen, what if we got you out of
Yeah, what if I
here
just
and
unlock
then
this
you
door?
can go find somebody's tooth. Not any of us. There is somebody like in this like pit thing over there. You could take his teeth.
Talk about Captain Catman.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, we could just let you out.
Yeah, can I roll to unlock the door?
He snaps his fingers and the table and chairs vanish. And he stands right next to the door with an evil grin spilling across his cheeks and says, "Yeah, bet. That sounds fucking amazing."
Now I'm having second thoughts about
I'm
letting
not
you.
Yeah, Gareth, roll a sleight of hand check, please.
doing it.
Hey, Hughes, can I have my pliers back, please?
No.
Don't smell my mouth. I'm just
14.
Arnold, put those down.
14 all day.
No, 14 plus 7 is 21.
Okay,
Damn.
yes. The door clicks open. And actually, Gareth, as it sort of like swings inward, you feel.
Wait, hold on. Can I like if it while it's unlocked, can I hold it closed and be like, I'm not opening it for free though?
All right. I'll tell you what, because it's a series of like tumblers, I think you can get like 5 out of 6. And then with your pick still in it,
Yeah.
you can negotiate it from that perspective.
Okay.
Come on. Hey, listen. That guy down there, he's still alive because I heard his voice, and an alive tooth got a little bit more juice in it than a dead tooth. So let's pick this up a little bit. Because if it hurts on the way out, that's a little bit more in the pocket. You know what I mean?
What do
Well,
you
then
mean,
you sound like you're
juice?
in a real hurry because I have all the time in the world.
Okay. What do you need? Come on.
What you got?
Information. What do you want to know about the Doc's lab?
Yeah, where is it? Where is Jess?
Okay, so your girl, the Black Viper, as she likes to call herself, real pretentious nickname if you ask me. I just go by Ed. You know, I got a nickname too. It's the Tooth Fairy, but I just go by Ed.
And also Eddie, which is
is-
longer
well,
than my normal name.
it's actually Edward for long, but I just sort of keep it short. She was taken to go see the boss, is what they call him, maybe like a couple hours ago. And then I did hear Captain Catman tell him that they were going to take her to the lab sort of after that, where I don't know if she's alive because the Doc is a real nasty character. He's got a big old mustache.
You should have seen what he did to that poor hedgehog. He made a metal version of it. It was like, go kick its ass.
I heard
He made an amusement park on the moon.
I
Like an
heard they cast
asshole.
Jim Carrey in the Waterdeep Pictures vehicle.
Okay.
But he snaps his fingers again and a map appears, sort of detailing where this lab is in relation to everything else. Keep in mind, you are all still dressed like caterers, with the exception of Vesta. Vesta's dressed like a badass, but you are all dressed like caterers, including Joshua Patrick.
Am I able to take the time to memorize this map?
Yeah,
Visually?
I would have
that's-
Arnold do it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. So I would look at it because it's
I
not going. I imagine it's going to dematerialize at some
All right.
point.
So
It's
I
floating in the air.
Yeah, it's floating. Okay.
I pop the last tumbler, open the door, and let him go rush for that tooth down there.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Is the sound he
Yeah,
makes.
he like bound boing.
Yeah. He leaps, skips, and a jump down the stairs, and he holds out his hands, and there's like a psychic blast as the rusty iron pliers fly out of
Hooray!
Arnold's hands into his
Out of my mouth.
Arnold,
Oh, heck.
Arnold rolling.
Don't give him a
Constitution
tooth,
saving
Arnold.
Throw, please. Fuck around and find out. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, fine.
Damn.
I mean, I said it was okay. No, you're right. You got it. Sure. Let me say 20. Come on. 4. I have to find out what my const. Oh, I have 0, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a 12.
All right.
Arnold gets tetanus.
No, you
I
keep
just-
you
womp
keep all your teeth.
Wah. Thank
Um,
God.
As Ed the Tooth Fairy bounds down, and then I think like as you guys as he disappears from view, you hear a nasty, horrible Rumpelstiltskin-esque chuckling, and you hear,
Oh fuck.
Oh God, why?
Oh, here, do you want me to do the chuckling?
I
Good.
was gonna ask if someone could do the chuckling for me.
I think Gareth is well suited. Horrifying.
Thank you.
It's pretty scary.
Okay, so the three of you are dressed like Xanathar Guild caterers, can pass through the halls very easily. I would love to know how you plan on getting Vesta through the halls.
Can we? Does anybody?
I have I can handle this. I have
Uh,
disguised self, so I can make myself, including my clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on my person, look different until the spell ends.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
right.
suggest like what they did in Star Wars, where they pretended that that Chewie was a prisoner. But that's a way better idea.
You were gonna chop. Oh no, that's C-3PO. I
You
was like,
just-
I saw the Wookiee had like a thing on its back, and I was like, is that Vesta? You gonna chop up Vesta?
Oh yeah, no, that's in the wrong movie. You
just want to
absolute
put me in
moron.
shackles in the sex dungeon. I get it. Alrighty. So I'm gonna cast
Hold
disguise
on,
self.
pause. That is absolutely not what I meant. I just
Oh no,
want
I
to
think she was
clarify
accusing
that.
me, not you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well,
In that case, yes, accurate.
so yeah, casting disguise self, and I am now also in a catering uniform.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Cute little bow
Are
tie
you
and
still
all.
like a fire genasi?
I mean, Waterdeep has a whole bunch of characters, so
That's true. I was
hair's
just
kind of pulled back into like one of those top knots, kind of like flowing loose with flaming.
so every time I like hear fire I picture the fire spriggans from Skyrim that are literally on
Yes.
fire all the time. And so I'm
Kinda like
how would
that.
that like clothing work? Because it's just like anyway.
Totally. No, it's just kind of like the hair.
Okay, so we are headed to the lab.
To the laboratory.
To the laboratory.
You know what this is? It's the perfect time to pee, please.
All right, let's do a quick pee break. We'll
Thank
come back to it.
you. Oh, should I get another drink? Maybe.
Greetings and salutations. Thank you so much for sticking with us to the mid-roll. Give me just a couple of seconds. I'll have you right back to the show. We are, as always, playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, an official Dungeons & Dragons module written by who? Let me hear it. Chris Perkins, Scott Fitzgerald Gray, Kim Mohan, and Michelle Carter. You nailed it. Great job. If you want to get into D&D with some of your pals, your schoolyard chums, your dirty rotten soldiers, whoever you got following you in your retinue, go to dnd.wizards.com. Check out all the cool stuff they have there for you. If you would like to end up as a character on this program, you can tweet us or tag us in a video on TikTok or a post on Instagram or Threads, God help us, at Crit Stupid across all of our platforms. Tell us what you thought of the most recent episode. Tell us what you think of how we're doing, if we can do anything better, or just shout out and say hi. We love meeting new friends, growing our community, and yeah, we'd love to get in touch. Tag us at Crit Stupid. You can end up as a character like Captain Catman. That would be at Catman Jones Live. Catman's been a huge proponent of our show since we just started season 2. So Catman, thank you so much for your support. I hope you like your character. He's not dead, despite all evidence to the contrary. Anyway, tag us in a post, say hi. We have just recently opened our community Discord to the public. So if you would like to hang out with us, the show creators, or our growing fan base, if we even have one of those, you can go to our Twitter page at Crit Stupid. We've got lots of links for the Discord there. Hop in. We've got a lot of cool stuff working. We just recently opened a channel where you can submit ideas for the cold open that we do sort of improv style together, or you can submit one-liners that I, as the DM, will choose before an episode, and then I'll make these guys say at some point and work it into the dialogue sort of naturally. So check that out. Go to our community Discord. It's a great group of people, and we're really, really thrilled with the growth that we've seen. Okay, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You take it squeezy, and I love you very much. Bye. Garion,
Yeah.
tell me about the most recent set of dice Libris Arcana sent to you and what you love about them.
I got miasma, and as much as it may sound like a downside, I'm a big fan of how it kind of looks like snot a little bit. It kind of looks like if somebody sneezed into a resin cast.
Anthony, what was the most recent set you got?
I don't remember what they were called. Diana, what was it called? The one that you got for me?
Blood Moon?
The Blood Moon. Yeah, I got the Blood Moon.
Blood Moon is
I got the
good.
Blood Moon one. They are pretty sweet. Like they're all
Oh, yeah.
really gorgeous. I love the heck out of them.
That was
Yeah.
the first set I got.
Is it? Yeah, I Diana owed me a dice set and she sent them to me. I was very excited to get more free dice. So yes, and especially those. They're great.
I got Underdark in the mail.
That's
It's
there
their
for
like
me.
purple and black like speckly set, and they're just like so easy to read, so gorgeous. I love these dice, but what I love more about them is how Diana is going to tell you, our audience, where you can get your own set of Libris Arcana dice.
I also have Underdark, by the way. And I got
Nice.
Dart Frog. And I got another one, but I don't remember the name of it because that is not in front of me. You can go to LibrisArcana.com, use code STUPID20 for 20% off your order. They have book covers. They have dice subscription sets. You can get a new set of dice every month, or you can just order one set, 20% off whatever you want to order. If you want to get dice every month for 3 months and then you're like, no, I don't want to do this anymore, you can cancel easy peasy lemon squeezy online. You don't have to talk to a real person, which is always a big appeal for me and probably the rest of my millennial Gen Z friends here. Again, that
Absolutely.
is code STUPID20, LibrisArcana.com, Dice for Life.
Stay
Stay
homunculus,
homunculus.
everybody.
What's
It is
going on,
really
everybody?
great.
Welcome back. We are back from our pee break. We are all refreshed, revitalized, and rejuvenated.
My bladder
Anthony,
is empty.
Garion's bladder is empty, and it's important.
I'm ready to
he
game.
wanted you to know that.
I have wazzed and flushed.
Oh,
Everything went well, like no prostate trouble.
Fantastic
you
bathroom
were just
break.
able to
It was great.
go.
It was no
Perfect.
issues. Smooth sailing the whole way
Fantastic.
through.
Love that
Wheezing.
for you. I love that so much. Amazing indeed. Anthony.
So as the group is about to exit, toward the laboratory, I want to cast Mage Hand into that cell because the door's open now. Imagining I can cast something into there. And I want to cast Mage Hand and see if I can remove one of the teeth from the Molem that looks a little loose-ish. If I can discern.
Okay.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
This is a number of checks.
I figured.
I did not bank on this one, so let me do some quick DM math here. All right, you get to cast Mage Hand on automatic. That's fine.
Yep.
First one's going to be a perception check to find
Fair.
a loose tooth in the
loose tooth.
Molem.
Okay, that's fair.
Vesta, I'm assuming that you still have your curl of fire in your palm to help Arnold see.
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Arnold can see in the dark.
But it's more
Yeah,
dramatic.
I'm the
if
only one who
Vesta's
can't.
helping.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, it's for Garrett's benefit.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
I got a 19.
19 is good. Okay, yes, there is a loose tooth right
Don't.
in
Don't.
Right where, bestie?
Tell us.
Don't do this.
Where's the tooth? Where's the loose tooth, bestie? Where's it at?
it's
Is
right
it just dangling there?
Where's it at?
Please.
it's dangling right between those
Think of the
bony
children.
legs.
It's the family show.
No,
All right.
do not think of the children. On the
Arnold,
contrary.
roll a sleight of hand check to steal the teeth penis.
No.
Just kind of wiggling in the breeze.
I got a 17.
Fuck, that's quite good. Okay.
That's what
You-
she said.
Your mage hand, this silvery, ghostly limb floats into this cell and gets a firm
Oh.
grip on this tooth penis and sort of just like yanks it.
Upset. And then,
And
Mouth boner.
I mean, technically,
I quit the show.
Deeply upsetting. The phrase
Uh.
mouth boner, deeply upsetting. But there is like a soft popping sound.
Yep.
And it floats free. However, you hear a wail of anguish come from the velvet darkness below you as
Oh, here, hold on. I got you
Yep,
with the will
please,
of
please
anguish.
go ahead. Thank you. As you hear Ed the Tooth Fairy say, "You son of a bitch is touching Frankie up there."
I start running.
Okay. The Scooby-Doo music starts playing in the background. All right, let's do a smash cut. Smash cut. Into a laboratory. You have walked the halls, successfully costumed as
Wait,
caterers.
what did Arnold do with the
Oh, that's a great question, Arnold. What did you do with the teeth penis?
It's not in the same pocket as the chocolate. It's next to.
Okay.
It's in the other pocket.
So it is actually several interlocked molars that are sort of connected human centipede style, sort of like
Oh,
crown
fantastic.
to root.
Human centipede. Got it.
is that a tooth in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh god.
Yes.
Both.
Well, all right, everybody. It's been fun.
Garrett's head- All right.
He never goes.
Just
Clara-
noped out. It's fine.
Clara, welcome back. Welcome to the show full time. It's so great to have you on. We'll see you next Monday.
Oh my god. Shit. We finally broke him.
Anthony, it's time to pay the price.
The peen price.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no!
Got a bone to pick with me?
All right.
Just saying.
For the Spotify listener, please go to YouTube and watch Gary commit seppuku on camera.
It's Diana's thing.
That is my thing. I'm a little upset.
All right. Okay.
Oh, too bad you don't
Did
have
like
a
a
sword.
full on.
Smash cut to a laboratory. You walk in and there is a very nice reception desk with a clear plastic bowl of curled parchment that looks like it's got some fine sort of writing on it. And there is a human woman with platinum blonde hair and a brilliant smile. And she says, well, hey there, y'all. Welcome to Dr. Egg Guy's laboratory. Do you have an appointment?
Yes,
What's the last name?
guy.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let me just. She flips open a binder in front of her and starts pouring through.
And then I quickly, like, while she's looking at, like, nudge Arnold, I'm like, make it say guy. Edit the thing. Do an illusion.
Do it, Magic Man.
Cast a spell.
I have a illusory script. Hang on. Hold the
Oh,
phone.
bang.
Nice.
So Vesta just kind of flicks a little fingernail of flame at the register, and it kind of just appears in there. Guy, but you can't really read it. It's not like completely
it's
legible.
guy,
It's
comma,
kind
jump.
of like
Okay.
oh god.
Well, now that is the craziest thing I have. But you know, they do tell you in receptionist school the binder never lies. So Mr. Guy, and then who are these your sort of, is this a family? Or are all of you here for Dr. Egg Guy?
We are all here to see the doctor. They did drive me here, but they, as all three of them are my legal guardians, they are allowed to be in the room with us if that's not too crowded for you.
Are we not still dressed as
Yeah, we're caterers, right?
You are
caterers?
dressed as caterers.
Yeah, but I'm real sick.
Okay. Now
Should
I
I
am
be
so...
rolling something at this point, or is
Yeah,
this
that's
just like-
for sure. That's a deception check, my guy. Real
Cool,
sick.
cool.
Bestie, Josh Pat starts growling.
Holy shit! Sorry.
What
No,
is he
like-
growling at?
Just generally, just like he's just on attention.
I got a dirty 20, 16 plus 4.
Dirty 20. Okay. Well, now I am so sorry to hear that, young man. Would you like a fortune just to help you out?
That fills me with existential dread, but thank you.
Okay. So is that a no?
No, I will not. I
Are
will
these?
not.
Can anyone have these? And I'm already like, I put like 3 in my hand.
Yeah. Arnold, it's very curious. As you put them in your hand, they automatically unwrap and then wrap around your hand, sort of
Normal.
revealing their black script.
So I have like tattoos. I
You
grab more.
have 3 on one hand, sort of like wrapping around your
Fair.
palm.
Can I read
and-
any of it?
Yes, obviously.
Obviously.
You can read the letter that I put in this game as the dungeon master,
And he
one
knows
of-
what they say.
they do say. One of them says,
Bad luck and extreme misfortune will infect your.
One of
pathetic
them
soul
one
for
of
all
them
eternity.
says something, and what that something is that it says is on the paper or on your hand that you
Got it.
see. And
and
what
it
it
does.
says
it
is
I
says
assumed it just has like the lucky numbers and like a word in Chinese translated to.
yes.
You
They're
know,
arcane.
like a
They're arcane
fortune.
glyphs. They're arcane glyphs that you can't make out right now.
and he knew that the whole time.
It will probably be
yeah,
a
I
full,
definitely
just sort of
didn't give
right
him
off the
that
rip. It will
idea.
probably be a full episode before you can read those glyphs. So, ask
For
me
no
what
reason
they-
whatsoever.
Ask me
Gareth,
what they mean
He's
next time.
banking on us forgetting. It'll be the one thing I fucking remember, and not a year later.
Hey
Okay.
Siri, remind me next Sunday at 7 p.m. to ask what the glyphs mean.
Okay. The receptionist shows you to a waiting room, which is white tiled. There is a fantasy television in one corner playing sports highlights. The Buffalo Bulls have just defeated the Miasma Fish Hooks in a routing success.
Push
And
the fish.
there are Doofus and Dallant magazines on the coffee table.
Kind of picturing like a fantasy
Fantasy
Beetlejuice
highlights.
when they're in that waiting
Yeah.
room.
Yep.
Is there one of those like child toys where you could like move the little blocks?
Yeah, the wires with the like
Yeah,
the little
yeah,
wiggle
yeah.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
Those
Garrett's
things
in the
crap,
corner.
though.
Gareth ignores the magazines completely and just like. So
Okay.
because all doctors take forever all the time, can we use this as like a short rest?
Ooh, yes, we can.
I mean, because I also have Song of Rest that I never use, and
Oh,
it's a 1d6 that I can give to people. So I don't know if anyone even needs it, but
I'm actually kind of low. I'm not gonna lie.
are you? Yeah, so you can do an extra d6.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. All right, so I got
5.
yeah,
cool.
so Gareth recuperates 6 hit points.
Hell yeah.
All right, so yeah, I got
I like to imagine that Arnold just sings Gareth a lullaby.
Nice. That's soothing, actually.
Yeah.
That's very soothing.
Okay. You wait in this waiting room, which is what the room is for.
So
10
true.
minutes passes. 20 minutes pass.
Mel's crazy invested in the game, by the way.
It's just highlights.
Vesta's
That's
just flipping through her
so
spell book.
crazy focused.
There you go. Vesta, you found somebody else's legitimate spell book on this coffee table.
And you
Just
found
learning
all
new
the
spells.
differences between the two pictures.
Oh shit, that's true. There's the same picture. Anyway. And then an hour goes by.
wow.
And then another hour goes by, and you still haven't seen anybody come in or out of this room. There are 2 doors. One door leads back to the reception desk, and then there's another door that presumably leads further into this laboratory. But you at this point have been waiting for 2.5 hours on these chairs.
Can I lock the door behind us? Like spike it or something?
Which one? The one from the reception desk?
Yeah. So people can't like follow us, if you will.
Yeah, sure. As you go back to the door leading to the reception desk, make a perception check, please, Gareth.
Can I hear anything?
I'll take a perception check from you too, Mel.
Gareth got a 17 plus 3 is another dirty 20. I'm rolling like fire. Hot dice.
Dirty 20 with the hot dice, heard.
Got it with Emberstone by LibrisArcana.com.
Bessie, tell me what you got really quick before I describe what happens to Gareth.
15.
15, okay. Gareth, you go to the door leading to the reception desk to pull it closed, assumingly to get into some shenanigans. But before you do, you realize that the reception desk is almost entirely gone. The very nice white paneled reception area with the very nice platinum blonde receptionist has turned into a collection of rotting wood and soggy cobblestones. There is a loose collection of piled rock in the suggestion of what might have been a reception desk or what could look like a reception desk if it was magicked up. But you are
You were going to say a
essentially
suggestion box, just a suggestion box.
there is a rock suggestion box on the suggestion of a reception desk, and the entire room smells like mildew and mold and neglect.
What does
Bessie.
neglect smell like, Bessie?
It smells like mothballs. Bessie, from the other door, you hear a very soft, far away laughter. Just like that. Just 2 solitary chuckles floating through the cold air of this waiting
And
room.
I can't tell anything about the voice. Is it?
You can tell that the person who
sound
made
like
it
a
kind
male
of sucks
voice or a
shit.
female voice, or like. I mean, Jessica Apostrophe kind of sucks shit. So Don't know why she'd be laughing though.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Garion?
Never mind. I was just gonna say kill yourself, but that's like not a joke. Just
Okay,
Is it
Gareth,
like a male or a female laughter?
decidedly male.
Hmm.
Gareth, you can pull the door closed, and there is actually a weirdly convenient hole in the door frame for you to spike it shut.
that's probably normal. I'll take full advantage of it.
What's the plan?
I say we press onward and look for the doctor ourselves. After all, I am very sick.
He can do 3 kick flips in a row.
God.
Goddamn right.
Okay, so I walk toward the other door and I just kind of like listen before trying to open it. Do I hear anything on the other side?
Yes, you hear this laughter. Diana, did you tell everybody about the laughter that you heard, or did you keep it to yourself?
No, I definitely would have said something. I probably would have said, hey, we've been waiting a long time, and if he was actually sick, he'd probably be dead by now. Maybe we should just check it out. I heard somebody laughing, so maybe we should just go through this door and hope for the best.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so Arnold just like opens the door immediately. Like, just
Wait.
walks. No,
Okay.
Arnold walks
No,
through the
sorry,
door
too late.
immediately. It's the thing I said.
Arnold throws himself physically through the door.
Oh God.
You start sprinting down the hallway.
Vesta, you gotta be so
Super-
much faster
super
in front of Arnold.
fast,
If you want to get
like-
in front of Arnold, you gotta be so much
God.
faster than
You're
that.
gonna have to be fast like Sonic in order to get in front of Arnold.
No, you're
So-
gonna trigger Eggman's defenses. Someone super fast is here. It must be the hedgehog. Get him, boys! And then he sends all his goons after you.
I want to
Okay.
like grab him with my whip, but it's magic, and I'm afraid to cast magic in here.
Also, it's
Whoa.
super sexy.
I mean,
Okay. You walk through this door, Arnold, hurling yourself physically through the frame. And you are looking at a sprawling, spooky time laboratory. Along one wall, there are floor to ceiling tanks of glowing blue liquid with what appear to be fully 1000% rejuvenated whale squids that are just like softly squishing their way through the water. With their tentacles sort of like propelling them up and down like jellyfish. There are a number of tables and chains hanging from the walls and various equipment like framed all over this place that look vaguely spooky and nefarious. But your eye is caught by a central scene that is playing out in this laboratory. Because how do I describe him? An arm of a spider, a wet flopping tail like a mermaid, the head of a wolf man holding a cattle prod. A laboratory assistant appears to be gently prodding the slumped over unconscious form of Jessica Apostrophe, who is hooked up to a table that's sort of like propped at a 45-degree angle.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot about Jess Apostrophe, and I 100% thought you were gonna say that the monstrosity was standing over the unconscious form of Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
I was like, I was waiting for like, no way, my hero.
No, it's not Sonic, it's Knuckles.
You see this wolfman, mermaid, spider
Sonic.
standing over the red-headed figure of Jessica Apostrophe, and she does, of course, have her big silver gloves on and her racing boots. But you also hear a voice echo through an archway behind the wall, behind these big tanks. And you hear a voice say, well, if I had all of my resources, see, I could have achieved the experiment already. Hey.
What a dork.
Pretty cheeky for an egg.
Like
Wild phrase
resources,
that is, Clara.
trying to collect chaos emeralds. Did they? It's a good game, Anthony. Okay. Do they see
Or Anthony, more accurately.
or Anthony.
The wolf mermaid Spider-Man turns as Anthony runs into the laboratory, and anger and saliva drip from its menacing jowls and teeth as it stares at you with beady yellow eyes and says, "Do you have an appointment?"
Yeah, we absolutely do. We're in the book back there if you wanted to check. Actually, someone just came back here, and I thought, we've been waiting. We were very concerned. I was very concerned. I am very concerned at the moment right now.
I coughed real loud.
He's very sick. My friend is very sick.
It shuffles closer to you, Arnold, this wet mermaid tail sort of like slapping moistly against the cobblestones as it propels itself forward. And it says, "You wouldn't be lying to me, would you?"
Vesta's going to sneak over, just kind of like sidle over and touch the wall behind her, and cast, what is it freaking called? Magic Mouth. And it's going to create the voice. I know. It's going to create the voice of the Dr. Egg guy.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And it's going to say, "Oh, yes, I was expecting them."
Okay. Do you have to roll for that spell, Vesta, or does it just happen?
It is as a ritual.
Okay. Okay. Can you give it to me one more time in a nefarious Dr. Egg guy voice, please?
"I was expecting them."
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Give me Vesta, give me a performance check with advantage for your fantastic Dr. Egg guy impersonation.
Thank you. It's a 17 plus 0. 17 and with advantage. That was a one. Nat 1. So we're going to go with the 17.
Gonna go with the 17 for sure. Okay. This figure pauses, and this cattle prod that it's holding in front of it sort of zaps the empty air as it says, "Master, is that is that you? Are you expecting them?"
"Oh, yes, I was expecting them a long time ago."
You have to start coughing real loud again.
Okay. This figure bows its head and sort of like shuffles backwards and says, "That way," and gestures towards this archway. And then he goes back to prodding Jessica Apostrophe with this cattle prod. And every time he does, she sort of like jolts against her restraints. And Gareth, you can see there is a little like column of spit drool coming out of her mouth.
What is she restrained with?
Embarrassing.
Just like
chains?
just like leather cuffs, sort of at the wrists and ankles.
Leather cuffs, huh? Kinky.
Clara, you gotta stop. No, you don't. You can't. You do whatever you want. Okay. What are we doing? What are we up to? You've successfully solved my assistant puzzle. Good job.
I mean, I guess we just grab Jess and get out of here, right?
I don't think he'll let us just take her.
Well, we're the player characters, so doesn't really matter what he wants.
So,
Well, it's not like we don't actually have to see Dr. Egg Guy. Like,
We're just here for Jess.
Bestie, you see Joshua Patrick turn and walk to the wall and start snoofling at a big black box that's set against the wall. It's like it almost looks like a portable storage container.
never a good sign.
And there are holes punched into it, sort of like at the top and at the bottom. And from the bottom holes punched sort of close to these cobblestones, you see a pair of tiny white fingers poke out through the hole, and Josh Pat sniffles them, and then it pets Josh Pat right on the snoot.
Skitchy, skitch.
I hope it's the hedgehog. Okay, so
Listen, guys, we are flirting so close with copyright infringement.
listen,
it's
you said he had like
crazy.
tiny white finger. Doesn't Sonic?
It's a
wear,
hooch
like
hog.
little.
Also, if we get
It's a hooch hog. It's so big.
if we get sued by Sega, that might be a huge popularity boost.
That's true.
Hey guys, everybody tune into the
Sunic the hooch hog.
Sunic the hooch hog.
I like how we're a Scottish show now. It's Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What's your favorite video game? Do you prefer Mario or Sonic?
Bestie.
I would. What's the assistant doing? Is he? Still
He's
killing?
just gently torturing Jess Apostrophe.
Gently, thankfully.
Gently.
Gently. Okay. I mean, I'd probably walk over there because that's where Josh Pet is. And maybe I would like knock kind of lightly on the
Okay.
container.
Okay.
And probably say hello, who's in there?
Arnold, you see the assistant pull that cattle prod and say, don't be messing with that. That's the master's stuff. At the same time as a very minuscule voice answers you, Mel, and says, "Oh, hi. My name's Joseph. I'm sorry I was petting your dog."
No, that's okay. What are you doing and what happened? Why are you here? I'm just gonna ignore the dude with the cattle.
He is advancing
Prod.
towards Mel's back, Arnold, with that
Now,
cattle prod held high.
I was gonna say, as he did that, Arnold would say, "If I were you, I wouldn't point that at my friend. She's very, she's very shooty, and also don't treat my friend that way."
Nice. Followed up with the backbone. I like that a lot.
Hell yeah.
actually.
It's that easy.
Now I know that you're friends of Master Ed guys, but this is no way to treat his experiment fodder.
No,
I
no,
see.
she is just talking to him. She's not doing anything. She wanted to know why she was petting the puppy.
Fuck. All right, yeah, fine. Yeah, he buys it. Yeah, sure. With a nat one, he does whatever you guys want him to do.
yeah.
Well, just tell her to be careful. Don't get too close. The fearsome creatures.
What is in there?
Creatures? No.
What type of creatures?
Fearsome
ones that
ones.
they need- The ones that need to be milked.
What?
What?
Sorry, I realize that's not
Yeah,
a
that-
joke
What the
that
fuck
everybody
did you
gets.
just say?
All right. So there's
Okay, have
there's
you
an
guys
inside joke.
look,
There's an
the-
inside joke on Reddit that's in the subreddit 2-sentence horror story that some guy made a shitty one about I ran out of milk. Luckily, I have my creature. And so it just spawned a whole thing about milking the creature, and I forgot that that's not a normal joke that everybody gets.
Diana.
I was gonna say, so I just like got way too high the other night and finally watched the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, the anime, and they constantly make the joke that they're going to be milked, and I was like, I'm too high for this. So yeah, so like I suppose spoiler, they're just trying to like take the ooze out of the turtles, but they keep referring to it as being milk, but they lean into it. Like they're like, we can't be milked, we don't have nipples. And I'm like, wow, they really leaned into the okay.
Mel, you see a tiny eye appear in this hole. And look up at you sort of like beetly. Hello.
How'd you get into this particular predicament? And for the right, because Mel would have heard Arnold before
Mhm.
mention, she would be standing in such a way that she can kind of also keep an eye out on the thing, on the assistant. And I assume that Josh Pat would also kind of be on guard to kind of let me know if I need to.
No, there is another small hand that has weaseled through another one of these holes and is currently scratching Joshua Patrick right along that jawbone. So he is very busy.
I've seen, but that also means he's a good guy, though.
That's true.
So you hear this small voice say, "Oh, I was I fell asleep in Mistress Annie's home for small and contemptible children. And then I woke up and I was here. But the real nice though,
you're a child, so
they
I'm
serve
gonna leave you.
dino nuggies twice a day.
Oh, fuck
Oh well,
yeah.
shit. Let me in that.
What's
with
the
you then,
address?
Like fuck. Hell yeah.
It is Dr. Egg Guy's laboratory, 617 Waterdeep Street, 14 levels down.
That
Yeah,
is
we're there.
right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Has since you found yourself in this box, has anything happened to you?
Oh no, I was sick. I had percussis, so I had to wait for my turn. But I'm better now, and so I think I'm next. Although Tilly back here,
better.
Tilly back here might be next because she had whooping cough, and so she's also better. I ran out of fake illnesses. I only had one.
What was? But your fake one was that's not.
Is that
okay.
real?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, hey, what's up, dear listener? I'm not a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare professional, so I don't
That's
know
not true. Yes,
anything.
he is.
Shut
He has
the
a medical license.
fuck up.
I could have curvid.
It's just that
like a curse.
sorry, I gotta text at the same time. You see, what got me,
Curvid's pretty
Bestie, was that pertussis and whooping cough are the same
No, they're not.
goddamn
They
thing.
are.
Yes, they are. So first you're like pertussis, and I'm like, bummer. We've got a vaccine for that. And then you're like whooping cough, and I'm like, already discussed that one, but okay.
Is there like a sect of anti-vaxxers here in Waterdeep?
Joseph and Tilly had the same illness, but they are feeling better now, and they are pretty sure that their turn is next.
Turn for what?
Oh, for Dr. Egg Guy.
But
he
you're
makes
better.
them wait in
Why
a
do you need to
box?
see the doctor?
Well, because he makes us like better is
Better,
my
better.
understanding.
How?
Well, I mean, this is okay. Lady, come here. Just like, psst, come here. I don't really know.
You're not worried about that?
I mean, like, guy serves dino nuggies twice a day. How bad can he be?
Fact.
I mean, that's a solid argument, but also I'm going to tell you right now, from what I'm seeing, I'm a little worried about. I'm a little worried.
There is a resounding hacking cough from the inside of this container.
Well, thankfully, Mel is vaccinated, so she's not so worried about catching whooping cough.
Wasn't actually the narrative point I was making, but I'm glad that you got your bases covered now. Arnold and Gareth and Vesta, you see emerging into this room from Dr. Egg Guy's ostensibly office where this shouting is coming from. It's still going on. This shouting, this like clearly Dr. Egg Guy is having an argument with somebody. There is a clattering of iron and a voice says, well, you know what? I don't need to take this from you or nobody. And out of that archway, the familiar face of Tanya, the baby beholder, if you might remember from your escapades.
Oh, that's Tim's sister, right?
Tim's sister floats through the doorway. She has a welding gun in one hand and a metal wrench in the other, and she's wearing one giant glass over her eye.
Goggle.
Hell yeah.
Just
One
just
goggle.
a goggle, a safety goggle across her eye. And she notices you and she goes, oh, hey. Oh, no.
Wow, that's no good.
Hey, y'all. You gotta go. Oh, yeah. You gotta go.
Boy, can I not agree more.
Hey, y'all do not belong here.
No. Quick question. Is Jess Apostrophe somewhere in there?
I have told you where Jessica
She's-
Apostrophe is.
She's being
Sit
tortured
there.
in front of us.
Gently
Oh, that's right.
tortured.
She is. I can see her. You're right. Yeah, we're just gonna grab her and make our merry way.
No, she's gonna stay here because Dr. Egg Guy needs her.
No,
for
it's
his-
cool. Gareth is gonna start like inching his way over. No, it's cool. I'm just gonna grab her real quick.
Oh yeah, no, listen, I'm so sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry. But if you take another step, like legally, I am gonna have to take this here welding gun and shoot you with it.
Vesta is gonna whisper.
Yeah, how would that work?
How
Distract her.
is a welding gun shooting?
Hey, listen, fuck around and find out, ma'am.
I feel like maybe this is just me spitballing. Maybe Alex the DM doesn't super know that welding guns are not ranged weapons. So Gareth is gonna continue moving.
So a ceiling tile in this laboratory slides open, and there's a shaft of light. And you see a bespeckled waistcoat and tie wearing dweeb stick his head down and go, no, I'm pretty sure those are ranged weapons. It says gun in the title. And then the ceiling tile closes.
Can't believe the floating apparition picked the ceiling tile directly above me. That feels like cheating.
You take 1d9 necrotic damage.
No, I don't even
Okay.
have a D9.
Tanya says,
Yeah, that's your
uh,
argument.
no, Miss Viper is going to stay here with us. But listen, you are fine folks, and we have a brief history together. But you cannot be here. Nobody is supposed to see this.
Tanya, we don't want to be here, to be fair, but listen, we see you with Miss Viper and being poked with a cattle prod, and you expect us to just leave her like this. You know we can't do that, Tanya.
Vesta's gonna walk up to Arnold and say, "Quick, open your mouth."
Pause.
I don't
Like-
open my mouth at all. In fact, I close my I tight lip my light.
I super close
Seriously?
my mouth.
I glue my mouth shut. I'm like, this is creepy. She's talking about sex stuff and
We're in the middle of
No.
something.
Look.
nays, whatever she's doing. I don't want. I just zip my lip. So okay. But while she's whispering, "Open your mouth," I like fearfully look around the room, just like for an escape. But what I'm looking for like to see if there's some kind of key to the chains that Jessica Apostrophe is like.
I thought it was just leather.
Just
Is it
leather
j-
strips.
They're
Yeah.
leather
Is there
strips,
anything?
We can
But
just
to Arnold's point, there do appear to be metal fasteners on the bottom of them where they meet the table.
Okay,
So-
I figured it would be something.
Ah.
Good to look for a key. Give me a investigation check, please, Arnold,
You got
as
it.
you scan this area.
That's one of my best.
Bessie, Josh Pat starts kicking one of those hind legs because whoever's doing the scritching along his jaw is doing a really good job.
Oh yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. There is a key. It is on the wall next to the arch leading to ostensibly Dr. Egg Guy's office. However, in your investigations, Arnold, you see along one wall what appears to be a soft rubber mold of some kind. It's
What
big.
the
It's like 4 feet tall. And what's curious about it is it's sort of like circular at the top, and then there's sort of okay, now hang on. What are we giggling about here? Because I did not say anything weird.
nothing.
Can't imagine anything in a sex dungeon that would be like that at all.
Soft rubber big with a round.
Yeah, no. What do you mean? How dare we?
All right, so there's a ball shape at the top, and then there's like
And then the
there's
long shaft.
long
some
And then a
danglies.
long.
There's some danglies underneath it.
And then just a really
Created a
long.
monster. Yes.
The key is on the wall next to this archway.
Okay.
And Tanya's eye widens behind her safety goggle as she sees you noticing,
Okay.
and she says, "I know what I have an idea what you're about to do. I cannot recommend it. I understand you're down here to rescue the children, but like we are helping them. That's what I'm going to tell you is we are helping them, and just sort of leave them be and just maybe just go."
Help some other children, Vesta says, and she hits Arnold on the back of the head like a smack so that his mouth drops open, and she casts dragon breath on him.
Word.
And so basically a Let's see. I touch one willing creature. It's fine. He's willing. And imbue it with the power.
Consent is iffy, so it's fine.
to spew magical energy from its mouth. So, Arnold, do you want to spew acid, cold, fire, or lightning or poison?
I feel like this is such a bad idea for Arnold. I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, let's say lightning.
All right, we got lightning.
Badass.
Cast you.
Arnold's
Roll.
gonna think he has a new power.
That one time somebody slapped him in the head and he breathed lightning.
I slap myself
Yeah,
every
he's
day.
gonna
Every
continuously
stranger has
try
to
to
slap
make it
Arnold
happen
when he
again.
Slap me. It's
Yeah.
a thing that happens. It's in my blood, I think.
There's actually just a sticky note on the back of your head that says "slap me," and you haven't noticed. It's been there for years.
It's one of my tattoos, just on the back.
Tattooed slap me to the back of your skull.
Someone told me their name was Slap Me.
Oh God.
Okay, so what happens? So you slap.
Yeah. You breathe lightning.
Okay, just like does it happen when I want it to? Do I know I can do this? Does it just happen randomly? Does it happen immediately?
I think it happens
Immediately.
now.
Like so
Right
as
away.
you slap me, just lightning comes out of my face.
Yeah,
Yes.
you vomit
Okay.
lightning.
I vomit lightning. So I'm imagining I'm looking at
It's
because
in
I
a
was about to.
15-foot cone.
God
Oof.
damn. Okay.
Okay, well, I was staring at the baby beholder because I was about to say something to her.
Yeah.
So rather than saying the thing I'm about to, I try to say the thing. I tried to say like, well, what do you mean by Fuchs? And then like just lightning comes out of my face. And
How much damage does he roll, Vesta?
So it is 3d6 damage on a failed save.
What is it? Constitution save?
Dexterity.
What?
Mel just finishes his question while he's doing this whole lightning thing. She's just like, "What do you mean by saving them?" Meanwhile, there's just lightning fucking everywhere.
So I rolled a 19 on my dexterity saving throw.
Dang. Let's see. Nope. Save is 13, so
I just have lightning coming out of my face. Okay.
Is it half damage, Vesta, or is it just
half as much on
okay.
success? Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right,
let's
so
round it up.
like
Arnold roll
3d6.
2d6.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. 4.
Okay. Tanya reverberates as this lightning vomit strikes her tentacles, and she's sort of like, she drops the welding gun and sort of like staggers through the air backwards, her tentacles sort of like flying to catch her balance.
As soon so go ahead.
The assistant holding the cattle prod whips around and in response is going to stab Arnold in the neck with it.
Jesus, sorry, Arnold.
That is a 20 against your armor class.
Oof. What is my armor class? Not good, right? 11. Nope. Yep.
Okay. Good news is he only rolls a 2. So you feel the twin forks of this cattle prod touch your shoulder and sort of zap you.
I feel like I'm already made of lightning. Like I have this power. It's like, would I even feel electricity at this point? But okay. It's fine.
Well, what do we think about me just running in while Tanya's distracted, grabbing Jess, and then we just all run away?
It's the
They're
key. Get the
children.
key.
Oh, and the key. Yeah, good idea.
Get the key.
So I think when Tanya is like, Gareth is just gonna dead sprint, grab the key, and pick up Tanya in like a fireman's carry and just start booking it.
Tanya
Can't
or
even
Jess?
Or not Tanya, Jess. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm not picking up the beholder.
That's what I was like. Cool. All right. Right off the rip, Gareth, throw me a really low DC sleight of hand check. I just want to make sure you can grab the key off the wall while you're sort of doing this sprint.
All right, doing it. That is a 7 + 7 is 14.
14. Okay, you run over, you grab the key. Now I'm going to give this moment just sort of like a brief pause for Anthony to make his very real, legitimate objection to Gareth's plan. Anthony, please, one more time.
Okay, so I was going to use Mage Hand to try to get the key. There's definitely stuff going on over there.
Okay.
He described the whole rubbery penis monster, whatever is over there. I don't know what it is. I wasn't sure what he described. Even
I'm pretty
after
sure
I
he
was-
called it the big rubbery penis monster.
That's
Hey,
what he
listen.
said.
Canonically, it is. I cannot exaggerate enough how not a rubber penis monster it is.
I
It
was
is,
I
you
tried
mean.
to let it go. but you kept pushing to see what I found so funny.
Look, it's
There's a-
food grade silicone. It's fine.
There's a rubber dongy over there of some sort, and it's going to destroy you if you do it. Anyway, so yeah, I just got prodded,
Destroyed by the dong. Destroyed by the dong. New episode title.
But
Yes.
yeah, so
I mean, there's probably worse ways to go. I'm sorry, go ahead.
not fair. I can use mage hand. I feel like my problem with this is I just got cattle prodded in the neck,
Yeah.
and I have
Just a
stuff
little
coming out of
bit.
it. So like,
I
I'm just
also
not, like, what Arnold would probably do in that moment after seeing this guy consider attacking his friend and then actually attacking him.
Yep.
I think in that moment I don't have any I do have weapons on me, but I think I'd reach into my pocket and grab that ball of poison chocolate and I'd shove it in its dog mouth
nice
because dogs are allergic to chocolate and
it's
anyway.
poisoned.
Okay.
So I would
Smart.
shove that poison into its mouth and be like, why? And I'm still spitting
Hell yeah.
Cover
Getting
Josh
pissy.
Pat's eyes, please.
Okay. Give me, Arnold, a basic dexterity attack to see. I want to make sure that you shove this chocolate sphere into the mouth and not like an eyeball or an ear or a nostril or another orifice.
Huh?
Gary,
Oh,
do you
there
need to look up orifice?
No, I know what orifice means. That's why I said huh.
Okay. One of the many sphincters in the human body.
Nope, I don't think that's accurate.
I got dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that's quite good. You reach
Okay.
into your bag and grab one of these poison spheres that you picked up from Isaac, the poisoning chocolatier, and you shove it into this assistant's mouth, spewing lightning all around you. It looks fucking badass, Arnold, is what I'll tell you. It looks cool as hell. And I think this undead werewolf mermaid spider assistant goes, what? And then like automatically sort of like chews. And
Like a dog with peanut butter?
Yeah, just not even thinking about
can't
it.
Can't even help it. And Anthony, what's the reaction? What's the physical reaction of this poison?
Oh, I get to choose it. I like to imagine that it starts to turn its head back into a human head. Like it almost starts undoing all the disgusting things that the doctor has done to it, and it's just, and at first he's kind of like happy about it and he's looking at me like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, what have you done? And then the poison kills him.
Damn.
Womp womp.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, Anthony, I write horror books for fun, and that's fucked up for me. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So he sort of like reverts back into a real boy, and you can see like the youthful, like semi-attractive mid-20s guy that he used to be sort of like come back, and he looks at you in awe and wonder. And then a choking white foam explodes from his throat and lips and nostrils and eyes, and he just keels over.
And at least he gets to die in like his real form. I mean, one can only hope. At least he gets to die in like his true form and not as a grotesque Frankenstein's monster.
That's a personal preference, I suppose.
Gareth, what are we doing?
So I have the key.
You have
Was
the
I
key?
able to was I able to successfully pick up Jess?
Yeah, you step over the still twitching, foaming remains of this undead, semi-human person, and you unlock the restraints holding Jessica Apostrophe to the table. And even in her, so she's like semi-unconscious and she's drooling kind of all over her shirt. But she looks at you, Gareth, and weakly says, "Bitch."
I think Gareth just completely ignores it. All right, everybody, we're going. And then he just starts fucking booking it away from the beholder towards the exit.
Okay.
So,
Didn't we block the
and
exit?
Arnold, yeah, well,
Well, yeah, we can.
Well, we
unlock
did.
it.
We spiked it, though.
You spiked
We
it from
did,
your
yeah.
side, but it's pretty easy to like take that out. Anthony, go ahead.
can Arnold look at the wall where the children are being held and see if there's some way to like release them?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
it's
feel
kind of a
I,
dick move to
yeah,
leave the
I can't just
kid,
abandon them.
especially if it's just whooping cough. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not
believe
bad.
it's actually
Just whooping
pertussis.
cough.
Yes, Anthony, there's a simple lock on like what you assume to be a door.
Okay, I just want to. I'm gonna unlock it. I'm gonna open it up if I can.
Okay. I think Garrett, I see like Garrett throwing you the key in like a really cool like 1-2 maneuver, and you
Hell
open it. Anthony, you see sort of like swinging open this squealing rusty door, 2 children, like 7 and 5, squinting as they sort of like look at actual light for the first time in forever. One of them is a small boy wearing like rags, and then behind him is an even smaller girl, and she is like hacking into one like closed fist, like coughing and coughing. But you see signs of many other children in this box. Anthony, there's like clothes and like seats and beds. They're not in here. There are only 2 children in this box, but there are like signs of previous children in this box. There's like discarded toys, stuff like that.
If we're gonna sprint, can Mel just like fucking grab them and we can?
Yeah,
just...
they weigh comically little. They are a little.
I mean,
bit
I
underfed.
assume they weigh a little bit less than like the gold that I can swim with. So
Hey,
I'm sure that I can.
How
carry
fucking
it
dare
without...
you in the last 10 minutes of this episode pick a fight? You want to pull out the rule book, Diana, and start looking at carrying capacity of the average swimming ranger? Because I'll fucking do it. I've got nothing else going on this evening.
Everything's gone.
He got so mad he left.
I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
Yeah, Diana, you can pick him up, no problem.
I could swim with them too. Okay.
Vesta, you hear a horrible screeching sound, and like the Kool-Aid man bursting from this archway in a sort of floating cylinder about 5 feet off the ground, you see a red mustachioed, bald-headed, evil laboratory doctor come busting into this room.
Oh yeah.
Just jump on it, and it'll take
Jump
hits,
on
and
it,
eventually
jump on
it
it,
will.
jump.
And he says, "You must be in league with that evil Sunic the Hedgehog."
Look for rings.
There's so many rings around here.
So many rings.
But what he does do is he reaches into his laboratory jacket and pulls out a wand that is bright crimson and splintered at the edges.
Hurry, everyone! Get behind me! Vesta's going to drop the concentration on her disguise spell and unfurl a cape. This cape was given to her by Lady Haventree, and Haventree, and it's
Haventree,
called the cape. Yeah, the Cape of the Mountebank, and it is a teleportation cloak. So, she's going to kind of with a flare spread the cloak and cast a dimension door.
Okay.
Directly behind her so that the others can escape through it into another place. So so she has cast this spell.
And because it's a magical item, you don't have to roll for that.
That's correct. And when we disappear, we leave behind a cloud of smoke.
Okay.
So as that happens, can I throw my tooth at the doctor? I just throw the tooth at
your tooth dick.
Tooth dick. Oh god.
Throw my tooth.
Saved by the tooth dick.
Boy, wow. $5.
All right, Anthony, you and I are going to make contesting dexterity rolls. I'm going to roll to shoot my fireball wand at you, and you're going to roll to throw your tooth dick at me, and whoever rolls highest wins.
God. Okay.
For the record, while that's happening, Mel, JPZ, the kids, we're going through the door.
Okay. All right.
It was just made.
All right, Arnold, I rolled a 15.
Let me see what I got.
Badass.
Garion.
1. Nope, I only got a 12. I'm gonna get hit with fire again.
This wand of fireballs explodes at you, and you take 6 points of fire damage as a concussive burst of fireball sort of like immolates your chest. But the good news is you do fall backwards into this dimension door, and I actually see Vesta like reaching through it to like grab you by the collar and like whisk you backwards through it as you all disappear into a puff of smoke.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Vesta, where do you guys go?
Good question. So we are going to let's see, appear again outside of Lady Haventree's castle
Mansion.
type of a thing in the courtyard where
Crib.
she has created a point to teleport back to. In case she needs
Okay.
Oh, she has like
Beauty.
a helipad, but for teleporting, it's badass.
It's a telepad.
Telepad.
to. Telepad. Yes.
I actually
I'm
see it as just a
so
big.
actually mad at myself for not thinking of that.
Well, it's probably because you're a sleepy little guy.
I'm so sleepy.
I see it as
So
like a
easy.
But
big.
all that hard Mountain Dew.
I know.
Two hard Mountain Dews really takes it out of you.
And yep, I guess, man.
There's a big hammock stretched over this courtyard, and you all teleport gently into it and roll
Very
off.
nice.
And Lady Romalia Haventree comes out of her house and says, "Oh, my dears, I'm so glad to see you. Of course, you have accomplished your mission to the ends. I knew that the special agent Vesta that I sent after you would be of immense help. I'm so glad that you are safe and sound and that you have Jessica Apostrophe and you have made contact with Sylvia Morningstar and every one of the side missions that you have accepted has been fulfilled in a most admirable fashion."
Well,
Gareth is like completely not listening to her and like puts Jess down. It's just like, oh,
Yeah, I think Jessica Apostrophe, like weakly, Gareth reaches into her pocket and you see her hand sort of like contorting and struggling to reach into a pocket. And then with like great effort, she pulls it out and it's one of her business cards and she flicks you in the face with it.
I think I'll take it and just like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I catch it or anything, but like if it flutters to the ground, I pick it up, throw it away. Oh,
All right,
Um,
really
sorry,
quick before. Go ahead, Mel.
Oh no, I was just gonna because there were children here.
There
I
are two
would
children with you.
probably kind of
true.
like pass them off to Romalia Haventree. Just
Or do you
say,
just like, all right, go play, shoo.
well, no, just be like, hey, there were these kids here, and I think that something terrible was going to happen to them. Obviously, you've seen the people I'm with. We're not fit to take care of children, so I'm hoping that
also they have
you
whooping cough.
can help these kids, one, get their Tdap vaccination, and two, maybe find their parents or someplace they can go that'll be safe for them.
Okay, badass. Before we wrap this episode, Clara, first of all, thank you so much for coming back, being our first ever repeat guest. You were amazing. So great to actually get to play with you in the space and not just sort of like rush you in there at the end. Can you shout out your socials for our audience, where they can find you online and any projects that you might be working on?
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me. I am CE Wallace, and you can find me on Twitter, because it is still Twitter, and pretty much every other social as Clara Elena Dice, not Dice, but spelled the same. And
Trixie.
I am an author. I know, right? I'm an author. I just published a book. It's called Juego de Palabras. You can find it on my website, which is cewallacewrites.com. I have a bunch of other merch on there as well, so feel free to check it out. And if you're in New York coming up soon, I'll be there for the America's Poetry Festival. So I'll see you there October 11th through the 13th.
Oh yeah,
Badass. All right.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
I wish I could send Gary into a tiny canoe.
all
Just
my
like
jokes
this.
are awesome.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Give me a really good one right now.
No,
That was fair.
God,
Those-
all you had to do was not laugh at that, Clara and Diana. That's all you had to do. All you had to do
bang.
was stay quiet, and instead both of you giggled. Fuck.
Because
That
it
is
was
it.
objectively funny. I'm
It was
sorry.
objectively funny.